I changed mine a little bit too, so it gets a little better light.
Oh, yours was perfect. Hey, everybody. We are on the Chara Show, and today we have Explorer Ben. Hi, Ben. How are you?
Oh, very well yourself, Chara. How are you?
I'm so good. I'm so glad you joined us for today's show.
Woohoo! I'm looking forward to it.
Yes, and we have an amazing audience today as well. A lot of people are joining us, and they want to hear about Explorer Ben. How did you get glass?
I got glass, I guess I got it January of last year, so I've still been fairly new to this. But
yeah, so you just had an anniversary, huh? 1 year anniversary?
I appreciate it. So it's been fun. It's been a fun ride. I usually found myself taking pictures constantly throughout the day, so I wanted something a little more point of view. Kind of went through a couple different transitions, never really found a good application. I was never a good programmer. I was more of a hardware person, so I thought, well, I've got this idea in the back of my mind. I've always been working on patents, and as of recently, I got myself a 3D printer, and so I think it kind of took off from there.
Yeah, amazing. Do you mind saying what it is that funds your fun? That's what I like to call our real jobs, because like as you said, you just love creating things and got the 3D printer for yourself, but are you also allowed to tell us what you do for fun in your regular time?
Yeah, my day-to-day job, I'm the lead quality engineer for Nissan North America. So I work on the electric vehicles in North America. So it's fun. It pays the bills, and it's nice. I've been very fortunate about it. So I do a lot of design and development there, work on the 3D printers there. So my spare time, my home time, I work on this. That's kind of the day-to-day job, and then I also do quite a bit of patent development work as well.
Oh, that's awesome. I'm sorry, I didn't hear which dealership you said?
No, it's not for a dealership. It's actually for Nissan North America. So it's the actual Nissan company. So I'm the lead quality engineer for the electric vehicle program.
Oh, wow. That's amazing. And I have to say the audience is excited because you're an engineer. Engineers are what we need, you know, today in society. Oh, my God. If anybody out there is listening, we need engineers in Egypt to help them to stop the power from cutting off, you know. So they should have a power system or something. They're a desert. And those people are getting power outages, you know, 6 times a day. And it's not necessary. But anyway, so if any engineers out there have some spare time, that would be amazing. But I love you guys. You know, you're so important to everything that, you know, goes on in life. So how do you like glass?
I enjoy it. It took some getting used to. I think the biggest hurdle for me was I never wore glasses. I didn't have to wear glasses. I have 20/10 vision, so I didn't have a need to wear glasses. So it was just getting used to something on my head. But once I got it, it was a matter of it was in the same routine of grabbing my watch off the nightstand and grabbing my cell phone. It just got in that routine, and I got to the point where I could wear it constantly. I went through a little brief period where I didn't wear it, because I was obviously working for a large corporation. There's a lot of privacy concerns, things like that. But once they kind of realized, well, I'm one of the lead engineers, they gave me a camera pass, and they said, you have fun with it. So I was
a camera pass.
Yep. So at Nissan, they're at the corporate headquarters, it's required to have a camera pass. So it's funny, I have a camera pass for Google. I think I'm the only person in the world probably that has a camera pass.
Wow, that is so cool. Yeah, I've never heard of a camera pass, but you know, with us explorers having the glass, we hear about privacy and movie theaters. So I guess technically if we're going to go in a movie theater, then we're going to need a camera pass.
Well, I tell everyone it's a matter of if I really wanted to record a conversation, I first tell them, when they always ask me, are you recording me? And I say, well, don't flatter yourself. This conversation's really not that interesting. And then secondly, I tell them, if I really wanted to record you, would I wear something so, you know, conspicuous on my head? You know, there's so many...
Obvious, right? It's so obvious. Yeah.
So.
Oh, and just like you said, you know, I've heard some Google people, executives and things as I go to meetups, and they have a lot of those going on that they actually come and give speeches, and they're really amazing, and you can learn so much, you know. And they actually had, one of them had said, you know, I spent a lot of money on a surgery not to be wearing glasses, and now I'm putting glasses back on my face. So, you know, it was like,
Yep.
what to do. But yeah, and really, you must agree though, because you said you didn't wear glass before, so it really doesn't feel like a pair of glasses, right? Do you agree?
It's a matter of, like I said, it took about a week or two to get used to it, but once I kind of got used to it, it was second nature, and the form factor, the fit factor, they fit well. And I would highly recommend everyone puts them on, they kind of adjust them, but they really take a few weeks of adjusting, and once they adjust perfect, they're exactly what you need.
Yeah, you know, people don't realize that these things are made from titanium, so they're very light, very durable. You don't even know that you're wearing them. I know when I first won the hashtag If I Had Glass contest or almost 2 years, I think now, people were putting these on eBay just to see what they could bring, and we wasn't allowed to sell them, and it was like way over $100,000. So we were like, where's our Google Glass? You know, smack, where's glass? I'm sorry, where's glass? You know? Because you just don't feel it. I mean, it's just that nice and natural, and it really contours to you. Did you notice that when you let a bunch of people try it, that it gets a little bit, you know, non-contoured to your face anymore?
Yep. Yeah, and it's a matter of every time I let someone else try it, it's a matter of adjust the prism just slightly, adjust the nose pieces just slightly, and then it becomes, you know, exactly what it needs to be again.
Hey, we can have a show, and if you will be willing to come back on, let's have a show about letting people try glass, because you get them like this going, I don't see the screen anywhere, right? You know, and it's like, come on, there's a nose piece in your eyeball. Yeah, and then they don't see the screen, so they don't realize we can pull this out. But you really shouldn't mess with that crystal, you know, because there's a hinge here. So you don't want to, you know, mess that up. So have you had any incidents with glass that's been funny or that you would like to share that you can think about in the past year while you've been exploring?
It's a matter of, I'm a pilot by trade. Before I became an engineer, I was a pilot by trade. And so a lot of times I really was waiting for a climb. And as of recently, I know there's the new heads-up display app. And so I've been using that quite a bit, and it's been definitely fun because I've been able to fly and get first-person point of view photos, and it's been the most revolutionary for me. And then I'm also working with a lot of, you know, autonomous vehicles and quadcopters now, and so the next project on the radar is to be able to, instead of wear goggles, is to be able to wear glass and feed the actual video from the quadcopter to the prism display. So I could look at the quadcopter, but also I could see the quadcopter display. So that's a work in progress. It's not very far along, but it's coming.
Wow, that is amazing. So do you actually fly a plane with the Google glasses, or have you before?
Yeah, I've flown. Afterwards, I can share some pictures with you. I've flown quite a bit with the Google Glass on, so it's nice because I can take pictures. I don't have to stop, and it's a matter of I can set it to record, you know, 30 seconds right before I land, and so the entire landing is filmed. So it makes it quite nice.
It will be so awesome if you can come back on a show about this, and we can screen share with the audience some of these photos and videos and show them as we discuss what is going on. That will be so amazing and so awesome. Yeah,
that'd be great. It's a matter of, I want to take it back to when glass was first revealed. They had guys jumping out of airplanes with them on. You know, I have a friend of mine that is a parachute pilot, so I think, well, maybe I can fly. We can film glass while flying and then while jumping out. So it's not just for the elite, you know, CEOs. It's a matter of the average explorer can do the same thing.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I don't know if you've seen it or heard it, but I wrote a song called #GlassFamily, and I actually have some video footage of jumping out of the plane, you know, with glass, because that's the first thing you think of when you think of hands-free, and I got to capture something on video that everyone want to see, and that's cool for me. And I actually also skydived, and at the last minute, you know, people that I know really well were like, Chara, if that glass falls off in the sky, Google is not going to help you out. And I had a friend who went kayaking, and he knows who he is, and he's probably watching, bless his heart, and he lost his in the water, you know, forever. I mean, if you could probably get it back, you know, a piece of scrap or something, but, you know, and how amazing is Google's customer care with the glass when we get these devices?
Yep, exactly. Yeah, it's a matter of, I was fortunate enough to, every time I've dealt with glass, they've been nothing but very helpful with me, so I've got no qualms or complaints there.
Me as well, you know, and it's been a 2-year relationship, and to me, I mean, they act more than customer care. They're more like angels, because they just like follow up with you, either with a phone call or email or through the app in the community. They're like, hey, how are you? Just checking back in, you know, see how things are going. And as you had shared earlier in a private conversation before, that Facebook on your, I'm sorry, I'm exposing this, but Google had sent you a message on the Facebook saying, you explorers are awesome. We love what you're trying, you know, to do with being creative. And that's one thing great about Google, is they really love the public and the consumer, and trying to get everyone involved. I mean, look at me, you know, who am I? And I won that #IfIHadGlass contest. And I think Google every day. I mean, you know, really, people's like, you're so crazy, but it's been amazing. That's why you enter contests, to try to win them. And I actually went to my first CES convention in Vegas, my first time in Vegas, so I got Google tattoos.
Very nice. Yeah, I remember you mentioned that with your app sign, your sign for glass. I remember you talking about that.
Yeah, I actually have Chrome and then like the Google, so it's nice. Yeah. Oh yeah. So what we were actually talking to you about today, because you like are doing a lot of amazing things, and your parents and your family must be so proud, is the 3D hobby that you've gotten into. And you've actually made what you call a side pack, and I call a juice pack, and it's so cool. And I guess you made it also using your 3D printer.
Yeah. So basically, here's a small little case. This is one of the ones that came off the printer, but it's a matter of, one of the biggest things I wanted to do when I started the 3D printer. One of the first projects, actually, this is the first project I will say, is I wanted to create an external battery pack. Now, obviously, with the nice new XE updates, you know, the battery life is a lot better, but it's still, if you have a long hiking trip. Me and my wife went hiking the other day, and I wanted something to be able to take photos and take videos all day. This is that extra little bit that allows me to help. So here's where it came from. It's like 3D printed case. This is the version I'm holding here is, I think, version 8. I'm on version 10 now already. So I'm going through quite a few different version iterations, working them, trying to get the fine-tooth details out of them. But so there's the prototype thing. This is actually version 1.0. I figured I'd share version 1.0. It's a little bit hodgepodge together, but the nice new versions are really nice, really smooth. And I think, and if I recall correctly, I think you have a pink one coming. I believe there's a hot pink one you have on the way. So we're waiting on the so as soon as the filament comes in, you'll be having a pink one shipped out to you. But yeah.
Now, how did you guess that pink was my favorite color? I mean, hello, yeah.
Well, it's actually, I didn't know for sure, but a source very close to me, Jason, told me that if I do make you one, I'll have to make you one in pink. So I'll have to make that one.
That's amazing, and Jason's amazing as well. How great is hashtag the Glass Family, and Jason's up next, you know, so he's going to show us about his lenses and talk about what he does that funds his fun, as I like to say, or as you called it, your day job. Yep. But my goodness, look at all the things you do. I mean, it's remarkable. I would like to say you're a genius. Most definitely, yeah.
Well, it's a matter of I try my best. I appreciate it, and it's funny you mentioned Jason's been a big help to me, because without someone like Jason, these are actually taking off now nicely, because we can go to Jason's website a few clicks later and have one of these in someone's hands. So it's quite nice through Jason now as well.
And I must say, Ben, because that's part of entrepreneurship, you know, we were all out here, we have our regular fun for funds type jobs that, you know, get us through these things that we're creating in our heads as entrepreneurs. And I myself have the Sign for Glass app, and I tell you, Jason, we need to get you up on Explorer Rick's website, and also the charashow.com, thecharashow.com. So we hope to help you get up there on those two websites as well, and we'll connect you with Rick. He has an awesome, wonderful website that supports the Explorers, and I believe it's geeks.com, or we'll check and make sure exactly. Yeah, so I love hashtag the Glass Family, because, you know, we're only certain one of us wanted to get these devices, or, you know, saved up to get the devices, or whatever we did to get these devices, and they're really cool, and I think the world just doesn't realize how cool they are, you know, when you think of terms of pilots, law enforcement, medical, and I can't wait for the new version to come out. Who knows, will I wear this one or will I wear the new one, but at least we have that option to switch it up, and I'm so proud and grateful that you came to the show today.
Yeah, well, I appreciate the invite, and along the same lines of Glass 2, as soon as Glass 2.0 comes out, I'll be ready. The 3D printer will be printing parts, the soldering iron will be soldering packs together, and Side Pack 2.0 may come out with Glass 2.0, so we'll see what happens.
That is awesome. And then I can't believe you're already on 10. I mean, that just shows that you're a perfectionist and quality, and that's what things are important, because I know with me, you know, I did before I won Glass, I bought expensive designer sunglasses like Prada and things, and people was like, why do you do that? And I'm like, because if you take care of it, it's good quality, it lasts forever, and that's anything in life, you know. So, and I really appreciate you, you know, making sure that the quality is so nice, and that is shown in you being on version 10 already. If I'm not mistaken, that means you've already went through 10 different designs and getting better and better and better and growing with the products, right?
Yep, and it's a matter of what's nice. There's always the big companies and the small companies, and the true story holds true. So my business that I started myself, well, I call it Pretoria Engineering. That's basically what SidePack is built under. Our big motto is, it's not the big that beats the small, it's the fast that beats the slow. And so with that in mind, it's a matter of, if someone in the glass community, you know, gets a SidePack from me or gets it through Jason, whatever designs, whatever ideas you have to change it, you know, we're taking any and all feedback so we can make it better. It's not a stagnant product that is on the market that people have to modify themselves. Any and all design changes, you know, it's the same thing with the glass program. Google is looking for people to develop and see what they like and see what they didn't like. I'm the same way. I want to see what you like, what you don't like, to be able to develop it further.
Exactly, you know, and I get so angry at the media because I'm like, stop misinterpreting, you know, because a lot of people I researched and developed R&D, and a lot of those articles coming out of the New York Times and the Huffington Post, these people never even tried glass. Yeah. Or they didn't know how, because like as you said earlier in the broadcast, it took a minute for you to get used to it and to actually put it on. And that's what happened with me as well. I mean, I went home and sat it down for 2 weeks, and then I was like, what did I spend the money for? What did I become a beta tester for? What did I get so excited about this contest? And then I'm not putting it on my face. You got to put it on your face. I run into explorers at those meets that I mentioned earlier, and they got their glass in their bag. I'm like, why you don't have your glass on? And they're like, man. I'm like, you don't know how to use it, you know? So people who get a wearable, the first thing you need to do is go looking in the app store and start turning some of that stuff on, learning a new language like sign language or Spanish or CNN or Twitter, and make the device come alive, you know? So do you think the new version will have a SIM card, or do you think it'll still be with the Bluetooth and the Wi-Fi?
I don't know. It's a matter of, I would love to have a SIM card. I think with the technology nowadays we have, I think it's able to carry a SIM card. But SIM card or no SIM card, I'm still excited to see where it goes. I know whatever version comes out, whether it's a full enclosed device or it's another prototype, the Explorer community will go after it just as the way they did the first version. So I'm excited to see whatever they come up with, and as an Explorer, I'm ready for it. You know, if they decide to give us a whole bunch, they decide to give us just a little bit. Regardless, we're still on that forefront of that technology. I go through on a day-to-day basis. I read an article this morning speaking with Boeing, talking about how they've developed an app for them. And so it's a matter of things like that. People that don't realize what glass can do for them, they try and decide, all right, I have this application. I want to make glass work for me. And when they do that, they see how much better it is in the end.
Oh, wow, yeah, I totally agree with you 100%, you know, and it really astonishes me when I run across one of those people that goes, oh, Google Glass, oh, what is that, you know, and it's like in your mind you start thinking of like what you said with the pilots, and I start thinking of the doctors, and, you know, there are glasses still available, if you might read about it, in the enterprise market, which is actually glass that is customized to different enterprises as medical, law enforcement, and education. And I have my hands in all three of those, you know, so it's really remarkable, the software and what they do. The education, oh my gosh, we could do a whole show about it, but it's flipping a classroom. It's where the teacher wears the glass, and these iPads and Chromebooks that are in these classrooms are no longer closed and in the closet. They are out, and the teacher is able through glass to see what's going on, if Jonathan is on another website or if Brandon got the question wrong. And notice I always mention boys' names. But also, you know, it's to communicate with the girls in the class too, but they always got everything right, you know. But yeah, it's really cool. Yeah, and then law enforcement as well, you know, they have some cool stuff too, and of course the doctors. Phillips in Amsterdam, okay, glass, check the status of my patient in another room. So, like, how amazing and cool is that? And plus, doctors need, you know, their hands. So, it's really, really, really cool. Hey, Ben, can you hear me?
I can.
Okay, yeah, I think we had a little bit of a delay there, but at least we're up and going, you know. I got my new router, and it's working so good, so well. Yeah, but you know what? Here on the Chara Show, we have a game. Are you willing to play a little game?
I think I can play a little game. I don't mind playing along.
Okay, well, what I like to call this game on the Chara Show, and I'm inventing it now, it is, what is your Periscope minute?
What is my
What do you think?
Minute?
Yeah, so I'm going to explain to you.
All right,
we're going to do a broadcast, okay? And we're going to do it with the world, and it's going to be live. And in the first minute is when you're going to get all your love. And that's how this app works. It works off love, off hearts. So the first minute, we have to get everything in. It's just like, you know, a time to think. So when we go live and the people start asking us questions, I will see the questions and ask them out loud. And the people can hear us, but they can't speak back. And they can see us, but we can't see them. Okay? And it could last up to about 5 minutes. It's just going to depend on how much love you get, who's all out there, and what's going on. So this is a little bit of a ride. So just remember, we got to cover everything as fast as possible to see what your hashtag, what was it, Periscope minute.
Yes, all right.
Yeah, okay, so let's get set up here to go live with Explorer Ben. Ben, where are you at, actually? Which state are you? I guess you're in America, because this listeners that we're about to go on live with, of course, from around the world, are not from necessarily America. But you are in America, right?
I am. I'm actually sitting out on the farm today. I'm here in Tennessee.
Oh, wow. So you're close to me. Hashtag Southerners.
There you go. There you go.
Yes, I'm actually in Alabama. So how is your weather? Do you have snow or?
No, well, we had snow a couple days ago, it felt like, but we have nice warm weather today. It's a little bit chilly today, but it's nice today.
Okay, great. That's awesome. So we're getting ready to start this live broadcast. So if I can answer it, I'll speak up and answer the question. If not, then I'll say Ben. And then you have to answer really fast because we got more questions coming, and the questions fade away really fast too in that first minute. So, okay. And to give you an idea about the ranking chart of the hashtag Periscope game that we've created here is if you're doing pretty good and you got some love, you're going to have like 5 to 10 people come and ask you some questions around the world. And then you're also maybe going to get around 100 hearts or less.
Okay.
So if you get a high above number, oh my gosh, it's so spectacular, out of this world, then it's going to be anywhere 500, 250 hearts, and of course more than 10 people participating. So okay. Let's get ready to start. Here we are. Are you ready, Ben?
I'm ready. This is the first time playing this, so well, yeah, get
all
ready.
Right. Okay, so we're here live with Explorer Ben, and he is awesome. He also has a wearable device there. We've got someone saying, "What's up? How are you today, Ben?"
I'm good. Very good.
Yeah, and Google Glass. Someone's asking, are those Google Glass particularly that you have on?
It is indeed.
Very cool, very cool. And someone is asking, how do you like them?
I love them. I absolutely love them.
Everyone's making an observation, they said. They're checking us out with these devices here. And Ben, you're also a pilot, right? You fly a plane with yours.
I do.
Oh, that's amazing. Let's give Ben some hearts and some love, everybody. And I appreciate you joining us for the hashtag Periscope Minute. Thank you so much, Ben.
You bet.
That's awesome. So how much fun is that?
Oh, it's always fun.
So we had 12 people on that were just saying hello, so they really didn't have much of a question because they really didn't know what we were doing, who we are, or what are these funny things on, you know, our faces, but it's just a little bit of fun. So you actually had Istanbul Media, social media, the country or the city of Turkey. The country is Turkey, and the city is Istanbul. I like to give a little shout out because they follow me everywhere online. I've actually been there, and they're amazing, and I have a tree in Turkey. So I hope to go see my tree that's been planted in Turkey in my honor, Ben.
Very nice. Well, we'll give it some water for my sake.
Yeah, sure, sure. There's actually one of the best agriculture schools in Istanbul who take care of the tree, and they send me up to dates as it grows and things. So, you know, it's a slow mo on that, but trees don't grow very fast, but they provide oxygen. So that's really cool. Hey, Ben, it's been so much fun today. And I want to thank you for coming on the Chara Show.
Oh, I appreciate you, Chara.
Yes, and to say thank you, I wanted to send you one of my special edition Androids that I have, and you're the first one to get one of the collection, and it will be marked and everything. And I just want to know which color you would like.
Ooh. Well,
We have every color.
I'm always a sucker for blue, so let's take a blue one.
Okay, great. That's awesome. We have sky blue, and you can put candy in them, or you can put ink pens, or you can just leave them closed, or paper clips, or they're just fun little things to say thank you for coming on the Chara Show.
Sounds good. Well, I appreciate it. Thank you again for the invite. We'll look forward to the next one.
Yeah, and you're amazing, and you're so amazing that you said that you would also be giving away one of your side packs for the show today.
That is correct. So I have, like I said, I have the prototype Gen 1 on, but I will be giving away one. So there's one lucky person on here that is going to be receiving one. So I guess, Chara, if you want to randomly select one and let me know the details, and we'll go from there.
Okay, yeah, I definitely will, and I will make sure that we're okay on giving one of those away, as well as far as the hangout rules and regulations go and stuff like that. So there's a lot of little things, but yeah, you're amazing. Thank you so much, Ben, for coming on the show, and I really, really, really appreciate you.
You bet, you bet. I'll be in on the next one, so appreciate it.
Yeah, you promise now. You have to come back in this pilot and share some of the screen snaps of the photos, and all that stuff is just amazing, and you must scare your family to the wazoo when you go out into that plane and then all these adventures.
Well, it's funny you mention that. My wife's sitting here laughing at me right now, so I always scare her.
Okay, well, close your ears, Ben. I hope she has good insurance. Is that awful for me to say, Ben?
Well, I don't know. She's laughing at me, so I think we're okay.
Yes, yes, yes. It was completely just a joke. I promise, audience and everyone watching, you know. So anyway, this is amazing, and thank you so much for being an engineer, a designer, a scientist, a creator, an entrepreneur. I mean, your hands are in everything, and it's awesome because, you know, life's too short, and we need you guys out here exploring and creating, and it's so great. Thank you again so much, Ben, and I look forward to the next show, and we talk about you as a pilot.
Sounds good. I'll be here.
Thank you so much, and thank you, audience, today for joining us. Awesome. Bye-bye, Ben. Till next time.
See you now.
#GlassFamily.